Hey YouTube, this is Wwe Spark Fan 62. First of all, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy whatever you celebrate. Um, so in this video, I would like to talk about what I like to see WWE do for 2025. 2025 is a little over less than a week away. Which will bring back the calendar. So it will have a fresh start. That way we will have all new feuds and all this and that. So in this video, I would like to talk about what I would like to see WWE do to make it fresh. First of all, I would like to see more people involved you typically don't see. So for example, on Raw, once the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley feud ends on the Netflix debut of Raw here in less than a week, or a little over 2 weeks, I should say. Hopefully past that, going into the Rumble in February, they can start something with Liv Morgan and somebody else, or Rhea Ripley and somebody else. Next, the people that come back. So as of now, there's three main people who were scheduled to come back soon: Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Alexa Bliss. I would like to see them incorporated in some of these stories. Now with Alexa, while I can't say for sure, I do think she will be mixed in some fashion with the Wyatt Six storylines. But I can't really say because I don't know if they're going to want Alexa with the Wyatts or have her do her own thing. So we will have to see soon. Now, same with SmackDown. First of all, I am glad for both Raw and SmackDown they came out with mid-card titles. So, SmackDown got the United States Women's Championship, and Raw is getting the IC. So that is good. That isn't a step in the right direction. But the biggest thing about it is they need to do something with the tag titles, because the tag titles are at a point where it seems like they are cursed, because everybody who's held those, one of those members have gotten hurt. So, they need to either send them to NXT or do something with the tag titles. Now, with SmackDown, their women's division is not as stacked as Raw's, but I would like to see more people involved. So right now on SmackDown, it's mostly Bayley, and of course, and a few other people. So I would like to see more people involved. Now, going over to the men. With them, I would like to see, more feuds and such than the same old, same old. Also, as far as stuff like, there being a Raw roster and a SmackDown roster, I don't quite know what is going to happen with that, because It's sounding like Netflix wants Roman Reigns, The Bloodline, Cody Rhodes, and all of that, which most of those are on the SmackDown roster. So, okay, now let's head down to NXT a minute. So the biggest thing for NXT for 2025 is build up the men's division. The thing that makes NXT shine is their women's division, as they typically have around 3 or 4 different storylines going on with the women's division. The Christmas Eve episode was only 2. I completely understand. But they need to build up the men's division more, because at this point, the men's division does look rather weak. So you have Trick Williams, and then he has a 3-way with Obafemi and oh God, I can't think of the other guy's name. At New Year's Evil in 2 weeks. Besides that, the tag team for the men, at least, is not that bad. I would like to see more depth into the tag team, though. Now, I will make a separate list of call-ups, who I think is going to get called up and stuff like that. Now, lastly is this. Overall, WWE as a whole is much better than it was. The last thing I would like to see, especially with the B pay-per-views that they have. So the B pay-per-views are stuff like Backlash, Bad Blood, Fastlane. You know, those pay-per-views they will have every month outside of the Big Four. So the Big Four is typically Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. So with the B pay-per-views, while the 5-match format is good, for certain ones I would like to see longer matches. Now, am I saying they have to be like AEW level long? No. But I am saying longer. Now, for stuff like the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or something like that, those I would like to see like 10 or 12 matches on the card, maybe per night, especially with WrestleMania being 2 nights. But because essentially the Royal Rumble is the men and women's Royal Rumble matches, which those alone take around 30 to 45 minutes, give or take. Then you will typically have like maybe a match for the United States Championship or the IC Championship, stuff like that. But overall, WWE is in a lot better spot than it was. But there still is room for improvement.